Now, let's move on to the M. And the M stands for market demand. So, here's the thing. You can do all sorts of stuff and it can bring you joy, but if at the end of the day it doesn't make you a dime, it's really just a hobby at that point. And I have dabbled in hobbies before, so I know what that looks like. So what you need to do is find what are people willing to pay for and what do they want? What do they really want? So some key questions you might want to ask yourself here is, are people already paying for this? Have you seen a demonstrated willingness in the marketplace for a particular product or service that people are already paying for? If that's the case, that's a clue that they will probably pay you for the same thing as long as you can demonstrate a competency in that particular area. The next thing you need to do is drill down into who is the buyer. Now you got to get specific. Who are the particular people paying for this thing? For instance, maybe you're great at baking goodies. Maybe you're great at arranging events. Now let's take the events model, for instance. Who are the people who are paying for this thing? Now, that would probably be engaged couples who are planning a wedding. That would also be parents who are planning graduation parties. Parents are a huge market because they're always planning events for their children. People who celebrate birthdays. People who plan landmark anniversaries like 25 years, 50 years. Those are things that you want to go for. People who are planning corporate events. These are things that you might want to go for. Maybe with your event planning, you might couple that with some sort of gift basket. Maybe you're good at putting those together and you're finding those particular people. I have a client who is tapping into that gift basket market. She's good at sourcing the materials and putting them together in such a way that people are like, ooh, I love this product. I want to order X number for this particular event. And she can custom make them and put them together and make money on them. Is that your particular skill? If so, there is a demand for something like that in the marketplace. You just need to identify who is paying for that particular thing. Now, the next question that you want to ask yourself is, what problem does this solve? Because here's what it comes down to at the end of the day. People are willing to come out of pocket for something when it solves a problem. And that problem could simply be, I'm hungry, right? Maybe you're good at frying up fish. Maybe you're good at baking goods. Maybe you're good at cutting lawns, edging them up, and making bushes look beautiful. Maybe you're good at teaching people how to achieve high scores on college entrance exams. Maybe you're good at teaching people how to present themselves confidently, authentically in the marketplace. So the problem that you're solving in those particular cases vary. The problem in the case of cooking is, I'm hungry. I need a solution for that. Or the next problem might be, I want to plan a special event and I want to wow the people who are attending. I want food that makes them walk away and say, that was delicious. Man, that event will be memorable. The problem is, how do you find the food? The other problem might be, in the case of teaching somebody, how do I learn this skill? And so you solve that problem for them by delivering to them a easy to learn framework that they can take with them and use it to pass a test, to learn a new skill, so that they can up level and earn more money or even switch careers. These are great problems. So the question that you need to ask yourself is, what problem does this solve? And the rule, remember, like I said, is if it makes money, it is a marketable side hustle. If it don't make money, honey, it's just a hobby.